Okay, first I'm going to say thank you for everybody who registered for the Mandy event. Anybody who's participating, thank you very much. It looks like it's going good, very good. So let's get right into it. My name is Suzette with Crafting with Susie. If you've been here before, thank you. And if you are new here and this is your first time watching a video, thank you. So we're having our Mandy event. Sorry, I haven't been posting any videos. Most of you know why. And we're going to talk about it today. It's Monday, the 5th? Yeah, I think it's Monday, May 5th. What I am working on, I'll tell you guys that first, is Where the Fun Never Ends. I'm just using wax. I'm old school, so I'm just using wax and one of my favorite pens. And let's see. And my drills are in this little kit-up container. And what else? I don't really do any special like trays and all that kind of stuff. I'm using the regular tray that comes with Diamond Art Club. And like I have some here that are medium and that are large. Let's see. These, I've been using a medium-sized one, and that's really about it. This is a round, and it is 51 centimeters by 137. Woo! And just to tell the truth, no, I don't think I'll get it done, but it will be finished by the end of the year. Let me see. So I guess I will just start. I have my first row done. I'm working on my second row. This has that, like, what is it? Perforated plastic on it. And I choose to take off 2 pieces going down and going across, because I just feel like the spacing is a little small. I really haven't been diamond painting lately, not like I should. I haven't really been diamond painting lately. I've been coloring, trying to use my left hand as much as possible, which is good because it's improving my handwriting. So that is the craft side of what I've been doing. I have just been coloring lately, and it's not any kind of elaborate coloring. I would color elaborately. But it's mostly alcohol markers, coloring in books, choosing color schemes, and making sure I stay in the lines. That's mostly what it is. So I'll be showing those probably at the, the end of the year, because I think I should be able to finish like 3 books. So I'll be doing that. I actually am starting a small garden in my backyard. I have my seedlings in the trays and they have started to sprout. Thank goodness. My husband doesn't like that, you know, they're in the house. But he's fine. He's fine. And I'm doing a bunch of vegetables, but the fruit is watermelon and cantaloupe. And I think I'm going to purchase me a tree. I don't know if I should do a dwarf tree this year or if I should just do it next year. I'm not sure. I may be biting off more than I can chew. So, that's something I have to think about. 'Cause I would like to have either a cherry tree or a plum tree. I've made 2 mistakes. I would say I've made a few mistakes already with the seedlings. One is I did 2 whole trays. 2, and I didn't label that nan seed. I don't know. I think I was just trying to get them in there right, that I was rushing and forgot. I don't know. And then I know there was a second mistake, but I can't think. Anyway, I was having trouble with the seedling soil that I was using. So I chose to go with these coconut bricks. If you've seen them, all you had to do is pour water on them and they're at the right consistency for what you need to put your seedlings in. I like those. Even though people use the Jiffy like crazy. So I'm thinking I must have used mine incorrectly. Maybe I put too much water. So that's a project that I started that I hope turns out really, really well. I'll put the seedlings outside in the raised beds. I'm using bags. And after Mother's Day. Okay. I think that's it. Well, Elena graduates on the 11th. Is it 11th? Anyway, the Saturday before Mother's Day. She graduates, she gets her master's. So she'll be doing that here soon. Otherwise, Samaya has been doing real well. Today she had to do Spirit Week at school, where she had to dress a timeline dressing, like she chose the 80s. So she went as a aerobics instructor, and she looks so cute. She looks so cute. She had her headband on, her tights, her little leg warmer. She looked really, really cute. Oh, if she looks as good as she did this morning when she come home, I'll insert a picture, because she can look rough sometime when she come home from school. Okay. So I have made this video so many times. Not this in particular video, but the video of where I've been, what I've been doing, why I didn't post for a year. I have done it so many times. And this video probably will be in 2 parts, because, I can't talk that long. I can, but my words get slurred. But January 13th, 2024, I had a major stroke. I'll just take you through my day. Me and Elena were on our way to Sam's Club because we were getting some things for Christina's birthday. She was turning 27 on the 16th. And while we were basically in the car waiting for gas, this man locked his keys in the car. And I got out to help him. And the people from Sam's Club said they would call the police. I got back in the car, and me and my daughter started talking. Somebody was not with me. It was just Elena. And then she started asking me, was I okay? And I thought in my head, I thought I was answering her. And she asked again, Mom, are you okay? And honestly, in my brain, I was thinking, girl, why you keep asking me that? And she was like, Mom, look at me. And I turned to look at her, and she was like, okay, you're having a stroke. Let me get the police officer to call an ambulance. So she told the police officer, and she called 911, for an ambulance to come and get me. I was not in any pain. I was fully aware of what was going on, but I was calm at that point. I was calm. And it was like, as soon as the ambulance got there, they were like, okay, yeah. Because everybody had me looking at them. Like the police officer, Elena, the EMTs, they just had me looking at them. And so they were like, yes, you're having a stroke. We're going to take you to the hospital. So I go to the hospital. They immediately take me in the back and start working on me. I really don't remember what happened in the hospital. I just know they had me hooked up to all this stuff. My family had gotten there, and of course, my family can, try not to show emotion because they don't want to upset me. And so I think that's another reason why I was calm. I didn't realize how bad it was. And do I need another color? Yes. Okay. I didn't realize how bad it was. I just didn't. And one of the nurses in the emergency room was our neighbor, and I was like, oh, but I couldn't talk. And she just was like, we're gonna take real good care of you. And I remember little stuff like that. But like my daughter said, the doctor kept asking me how old I was. And she was like, you weren't answering. you kept saying something else. I don't know. It didn't make sense. And they kept me in there for a little while, about 2 hours, until they got my blood pressure and under control, and my heart rate. Everything was under control. Then they moved me to ICU. That's when I just lost it. Elliot stayed there as late as he could to 10. I think he stayed to 10, and they basically had to kick him out. But that's when I would say did most of my crying. 2024, I did a lot of crying, but that night is when I realized, since everything had calmed down, what had actually happened to me. Oh Lord, don't let me start. I knew this was going to happen. So since this has happened, with the stroke, I couldn't at all move my right side, my right hand, my right arm. No, I wasn't talking, and I couldn't think straight. I was having a hard time with a lot of different things. Well, then they put me in rehab after about, I would say 4 days. I was in ICU. Okay. I was in ICU for 2 to 3 days. Then I moved up to the regular hospital room. I was there for another 3 days, and then I moved on to the rehab center. And in the rehab center, let me tell you, they aren't playing around. Every day it was something, whether it was all types of therapy, where there was, let me see, occupational, physical, and speech therapy. They were wonderful. They were wonderful. And I'm telling you, I could not walk. I couldn't walk or stand. Now I'm walking all over the house. I'm not walking like I was. Not to me. I move fast. But to everybody else, I'm slow. The speech, from not being able to talk at all to where I am now, is a blessing. And my occupational therapy, well, let me start over. With the physical therapy, that's with my leg and walking. I can't bend my ankle. You know how you can lift your foot up and down and move your toes? I cannot do that. You don't realize how the littlest muscle allows you to do certain things. But I can bend my knees somewhat, but I can't bend it like I used to. And that's what makes me walk a little slower. Let's see. With my arm, which is the occupational therapy, that has been the hardest. I have to work with my arm and my shoulder, really to keep it from getting stiff and things like that. Okay. And my wrist does not go up and down, or I can't move my wrist. And my fingers a little bit, but not really. So my right side was affected. That's why my talking is a little bit slurred, especially at night. My face can still get a little bit numb. I have to stretch it and do these little mouth exercises. That's about it. The time I spent in rehab, I was there for a month. I remember one in particular day. It was Samaya's birthday, and I did not want to do any therapy. I did not. And my therapist, who's a young girl, and she was talking to me about understanding, but if I chose not to do it today, that will make it that much harder to do tomorrow. And she talked with me where I got up with assistance, but I got up out the bed to do my therapy. And I don't know, this has been the most devastating thing that has happened to me personally, but I still feel blessed knowing that I was not in a position where I could walk or talk at all before. I mean, even now, sometimes when I'm sitting in the chair reclining, how a normal, well, I shouldn't say that. How I used to just get right up and go and do whatever. It takes me some time to be able to, get the chair into the position where I can get out of it. I think the hardest part of all this has been Samaya. I'm not gonna cry. Y'all know that we did everything together. We did everything together. We would go to the craft stores, we'd go to the lake, we would go out to eat. We did everything, and I can't at this point do those things anymore. And and it bothers me, because honestly, that is the part that I miss the most, being able to go with her wherever I wanted, because I'm not I'm not sure, but right now I'm not driving. But I eventually, hopefully this year, will get my license to be able to drive. My license hasn't been hasn't been suspended, but hasn't it? I don't know. I don't know. But I can't drive legally. I will tell you about my rehab when I came home for my next whip and chat. But, oh, God. And I took some falls. Lord, a mess. it was a mess in the beginning. It was a mess. But I will tell you guys this. Yoshi, when I came home, oh my God, he was so, he still is. He's more relaxed, but he still is. He was so careful of me, so careful. I mean, anything. He would get up when I got up. He would walk in front of me so I didn't walk too fast. He will move out my way even without me asking. I don't care. Y'all can laugh if you want to. He knew when I came back I was different. And he just was very, very protective. I mean, lay at my feet, everywhere I went, he went. But I have to do a part 2 about my rehabilitation when I do another whipping chat. And just to let you know, I had this stroke from AFib, which is like an irregular heartbeat, and it did happen in my brain on the right side. That's why the left side was affected, but it was AFib. So, child, I don't know. It's the scariest thing that ever happened to me personally in my life. It just is. Okay, I think I did good. I think I did real good. I think I made it through the whipping chat, and I want to thank people from the diamond painting community who checked in on me. I want to thank people who've been praying for me, and for those people who were genuinely asking, like where I have been. It means a lot. And the reason why I don't make videos, which I should, but the reason why I don't is because I don't like how I sound. But I mean, I didn't sound like anything before. I couldn't speak. I could not speak. So I'm going to, try harder in making these videos. Don't worry so much about how I sound. Like my daughter taught me, as long as they can understand everything you say and it makes sense, that's what you need to be concerned with. How you sound is just gonna be what it is. And it's truth. It's the truth. Like, oh wait, okay. Let me tell you this one thing, and then I'll stop. I would talk so slow. If you think me talking slow now, I would whisper. I would whisper when I would talk, but I would talk so slow. And the speech therapist was like, okay, you need to pick up a little speed. And my family, of course, they were like, why are you talking like that? Can't you talk? And I'm like, I think it's okay. And I'm like, what's wrong? They were like, you're not talking above a whisper. But now I sound normal. Well, I keep saying that. Now I speak at a normal volume. That's right. I speak at a normal volume. All right. And my celebrity gossip, yes, I still read it, and listen to it, is P. Diddy. You know he started his first day of trial today. They gonna be picking the jury. I don't know, y'all. I wish they had cameras in there. I wish they had cameras in there. I don't know. Something tells me no, they're not, because they had, what is that? Artist drawing. Oh, wait, hold on. An artist drawing of him. So I wonder if there are going to be cameras. Child, a mess. What's the other thing? What have I been watching on TV? I've been watching a lot of anime. I didn't tell you I went to see Sinners. I went to see that a couple of weeks ago. God, this video is gonna be long. I had to talk about that later. But I've been watching a lot of anime, and who is that? Will Trent, and what else? I know I've been watching something else. I can't think right now. Will Trent. I have to put the name in this video. Is about the girl who was adopted, and they kept saying that she was an adult, and this, that, and the third. That was good. I didn't watch the TV show. I watched the documentary. Girl, both those parents should be held accountable for everything. Well, I'll let y'all watch it. I'll let y'all watch it. All right. So I've been talking too long. Thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you soon. And please remember to stay beautiful and to stay blessed. Bye.